My name is Navreet, and what I want to do in this video is talk about free platforms that you can use to build an audience. So, before you begin building an audience, it's important you ask yourself why you want to build an audience. Now, your reasoning might be simply just that you just want an audience. You don't care why they follow you, you don't care who they are, you just want an audience. And this is amazing. It's incredible. You deserve an audience. When I approach, and as a beginner, when I got started on my own entrepreneurial journey, as a beginner, that's kind of what we put out there, that we just want to have an audience. And that's sort of what I did. I'm like, okay, let's see who has an audience, who's out there, and how can I replicate them and create an audience of my own. And so I found niches that I thought would go viral very easily. I found topics. I wrote down a whole list of the topics that I want to talk about, the niches that I want to talk about. And I chose one thing, I stuck to it, I saw success in that one thing. So that works. That method I just gave you right there, choose a niche, one thing, go all in, make content around it, and you are good. You will see success if you stay consistent with it. However, for me, this is just based on my journey. I did not feel aligned with that one thing anymore. And so I decided to change it without realizing, oh, shoot, now I'm starting from zero all over again. But I have all these people who follow me for this one thing, but now I want to switch up everything and talk about this other thing. Oh, no. And when I started talking about this thing, new thing over here, what happened was a lot of people unfollowed me. However, a lot of people also came with me and I was confused. I'm like, I expected you to unfollow me. Why are you still here? Like, what's going on? And when I did a little bit of digging and research, they told me that they are still following me because of the person that I am, who I'm becoming, how I show up, my personality, the things that I talk about, the things that I like, and the things that I enjoy. So, what I'm trying to get at is we haven't even gotten to the juice of this video, which we're going to get to very shortly, but it's very important that I explain this because this is what stops a lot of people from seeing any progress because they are constantly starting over, starting over, starting over, starting over. And we want to stop that loop. We want to stop that so that you can start creating in a way that feels really aligned with who you are and what you actually want to create instead of looking at what other people have done and copying and doing the exact same thing. It works, yes, but at the end of the day, is it what you want to be doing? Like, if it works, keep doing it. That's amazing. You should be so proud of yourself for doing something that a lot of people in this lifetime will not get a chance to do. So, this is where we are going to approach what being a niche looks like, what it means. I will create more content around this. If you are currently struggling to find your niche, like, let me know in the comments. I'd love to create more content around this because it does take a little bit of identity work, inner work, going all in yourself, literally going all in and figuring out who you are as a person, what is best in alignment with you, whether it's a passion or not. But, we can sort of future cast, we can go into a future version of you and find out what you should be doing and bring that back to your current reality. So this is some of the work that I do with my personal clients. If you need help with that, definitely send me a DM and I can show you how different ways that you can work with me in 2026. Now, you can decide right now if you want to be the niche or if you want to choose an interest as a niche. When I say you are becoming a niche, what I mean is, and again, I'm going to create more content around this, but you being the niche means when you wake up, who are you as a person? You're not out there looking to create content. You sort of are the content. Your human beingness is content. So we also overcomplicate what creating content looks like. I know I did in the beginning so much, just contemplating, doubting myself. And again, this is a lot of inner work that we will be doing over here. Let's get into it. Let's talk about platforms that you can use to create a free community. I want you to write down on a piece of paper, which platform do I enjoy? This can be Instagram, this can be Facebook, this can be TikTok, this can be Reddit, this can be Twitter, X, this can be Discord, this can be whatever it may be. What is a platform that you currently enjoy? You use it, it's natural to you. You don't have to go figure out where everything is. You just get it. It's very intuitive to who you are, and it just works for you. Then what I want you to figure out is, on this platform, do you enjoy being a consumer or do you enjoy creating? This is very, very important. Our mind will play a very silly trick with us, and this is because we are competing. Your brain is literally competing with billion-dollar companies like Facebook, like Google, all their advertisements. You are competing. These social media platforms are very good. They will want to keep you on the platform, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you enjoy creating on that platform. So let's say you love Instagram, all your friends are on there, and you wrote down Instagram on your list, that it's a platform you really enjoy. Well, when you look at that platform, are you creating or are you just consuming? And does it feel like pressure to create on that platform? Like, are you constantly gonna go upload something, but then you don't post it at all because, I don't know, because of whatever reason? Or is it just very intuitive? For example, if you love X, if you loved Twitter, and you love typing more, are maybe those platforms better for who you are and what you enjoy? So over the next little bit, monitor what platforms you're already using. Is it TikTok? Are you scrolling on there? Are you consuming, or do you actually enjoy creating content for TikTok? This is so important because oftentimes we get stuck. Maybe we've been using Instagram all our lives, and then you kind of just subconsciously feel attached to making it work on Instagram. And that's not the case. You have so many other beautiful platforms, which we are going to talk about right now. So let's get into it on where you should be building your free platform. You have so many places to choose. Follow the exercise that I mentioned in the first half of this video. Write out the prompt, and trust me, you will know. Give yourself a week. You will know where you should be creating. And hopefully, if you're continuing to watch my content, you will also know what types of content you should be posting. Now, number one for building in a community or a free audience on a free platform, WhatsApp. I love WhatsApp. I think it is the best if you want to have a place to keep a group of people. It is simple. Everyone has it. It is easy to use, and everyone has it. So if you are out and about and you meet a client and you know, most likely they will have a WhatsApp account. They might not have Instagram. They might not want to share their email with you. They might not want to give you their real phone number. WhatsApp, and I say real phone number because my WhatsApp for the longest time was an Indonesian number, because when I went to Bali, I changed it to an Indonesian number, and when I came back, it just never changed back. So for like 3 years, I've had an Indonesian WhatsApp number, and I love it because I can give it out to people I meet without, giving them my real phone number. So just a little hack. But anyways, I digress. WhatsApp is really fun. A community, an example that I love is, if you know the Speakpreneur community by Paul, That is one of the communities that I love looking at. I just love the way he designs it, where it is laid out so nicely. On Monday, there's a theme. So then everyone posts on Mondays, on Fridays, everyone gets to, it's like a promo day. Everyone gets to promote their business and what they're doing, what they're working on. So WhatsApp is really, really fun and really easy to use. And it's also the most real time updates. I know for me, I love being on the go. So real time updates are the best. And if you have an audience, and you're more of the, hey, what's up? Like, you want to connect with your people that way. Like I have found building a WhatsApp community is great for that. Now, a con of WhatsApp is it does not have specific categories for you to drop resources in. So you can drop something, you can pin it, which is awesome. But if you want to keep, let's say you have a script or a template or a really good freebie and you want to keep it in there, if it's not pinned, it's kind of lost and it's hard for people to find. So if new people are joining in, it is difficult for people to know where to go to look for beginner content. Like, is there a course? So that's why, with the free community, in the beginning, it can kind of be great, but slowly, as more people join in, they might get confused. So there might be 10 different conversations going on, but it's not structured. There's no specific threads on where people can have certain conversations. So, which is why, WhatsApp is good for simplicity, just being on the go, and maybe if you have a smaller community. Now, number two is what I personally love and would recommend, and that is Skool, building it on a platform called Skool. Skool is also real time, I have found, especially if you download the app. So if you start your trial, I will have the links for you below. If you start your 14-day trial, I highly recommend getting the app for it as well. And the app is what will allow it to feel like a WhatsApp community where it's like real time updates. You can, as long as people are on and they're getting notifications and they're also online. So, with WhatsApp, I have found that if there's a message, I'm more likely to look at it just the way that it is designed. It's very natural. Whereas Skool, if I get a notification, I might ignore it and come back to it later. And so there's kind of less of a real time feel, but it is still so easy to use. And as you build something real, build something tangible, and you don't just want to have it as a free community. Another con I would add to WhatsApp is you cannot monetize from it. Whereas on Skool, you can. You can start with a free community. You can later turn it into a paid community. You can have paid courses. If you have freebies, they can go in their designated spots and people know exactly where to go to look for all this stuff. You can have events. So you can meet live. I know on WhatsApp you can go live as well, but it's not the same live feature as, if you want to, let's say, set up a workshop and a class and you have a certain time. Well, on Skool, you can add it to the calendar and you can create events. So that is number two. And number three, my favorite, literally anything else. Literally anything else. You can build it on TikTok. You can build your free community on YouTube, as long as you choose. So number three is all of the above. Free community, you can build it anywhere. You can build it on X. You can build it on Reddit. You can build a Discord community. Choose one that feels good to you, that you love, and that you enjoy. So that is what I have for you today. If this brought clarity, you need to be in my Skool community, which I will have down below. I will also have the link to start your Skool community. You get a 14-day free trial. And I recommend starting that as soon as you can so that you can start filling that community up with people and start inviting people.